So Joe Biden goes down to Florida and Ron DeSantis pulls a political stunt and doesn't show up. And Joe Biden still took the high road, and when he was asked why DeSantis wasn't there, he said, well, maybe he had other reasons for not coming. He did help with this, so not sure why he's not here. But we're going to take care of Florida. Can you imagine if the role had been reversed there? Can you imagine the outrage if a Democratic governor had refused to meet with Donald Trump? They'd be calling for him to resign. They'd be calling for his impeachment. It'd be the end of the world. Oh, you have to show respect to the presidency. But we know what happened when Donald Trump was in office. Anytime he was in office and something happened in a state that had a Democratic governor that he didn't agree with, he just said, screw you. I'm not doing nothing for you. Because that's where we've came in this country. I've always wondered if there could be a moment that we could come together, but apparently there's not. Because on the other side of the aisle, you have a group of people with their fists clenched so tight, it's impossible to shake their hand. And it's sad, and it's sickening. It's sickening that when your fellow Americans loses their homes, that you can't just set aside your differences for a minute and work alongside somebody, and you can't say, hey, thanks. We really appreciate the president. Ron DeSantis would never get my vote in a million years, but he would at least have my respect if he would say, hey, we really appreciate what Joe Biden's done. We're going to stand here with him. We're going to work with him. We're going to work together. We're going to put aside our differences, and we're going to focus on Florida. And we want to thank our president for all that he's done to help us. But nope. He has to pull a political stunt because he has to keep that base riled up. That base that has nothing. I say this till I'm blue in the face, but Republicans are the party of no ideas. They're the party of no solutions. They're the party that has been barking the same exact arguments with the same monotone voice and the same nervous little laugh at the end of it for the last 40 fucking years. And anytime any of us tries to bring a new idea to the table, we get told why it wouldn't work, but they have no alternative. And they have sat and worked, and they've empowered the hate so much. They've turned the attention to hatred as much as they can. They've turned the attention toward people of color. They've turned the attention toward people coming across the border trying to find a better home. They've turned the attention toward gays and transgenders so much that no one's willing to talk about the real issues at hand because all they're focused on is the things they fear, they hate, and they don't understand. And so rather than say, hey, yeah, Joe Biden helped Florida, they can't do that. They can't give him that little bit. They can't say that one little thing. Their governor can't stand there alongside him and say, hey, we're here to work together. They have to pull that political stunt so they can keep their hate-filled, brainwashed base happy. And it's disgusting. So I don't know what could happen in this country that would ever bring us back together. I really don't. Because when you have a group of people who believe so strongly that everything is a conspiracy, I mean, we had COVID-19. We had fellow Americans dying all around us. I took 2 of my family's ashes and buried them myself. And people couldn't come together over that. People couldn't do that. Me and my cousin, who has a completely different style of political views than me, we came together right here and we buried 2 family members together. But we're the only 2 that I know of. The country as a whole was not able to come together. So I don't know what it would take, because their party is built on hatred, and their party is there's nothing left of it.